So a little bit of a strange predicament. COVID is sort of kicking off again where we are. So we were here initially for a holiday, and then we're going to go back to where we live and then come back to live here. And it looks like we're just going to stay. And then so I might fly back by myself because there's a chance that we get hotel quarantined, and we don't want to have to do that. So like being in a small hotel room for 14 days without legally being able to leave would not be fun for us. So yeah, so we just extended our stay, so now we're booked in this hotel for 7 months. It's a really nice hotel. It's really big. It's got a beautiful view and stuff like that. So, and it's in a very convenient location. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. So at some stage, I've just ordered our cars to get sent over and our dog to get sent over because we have permission to have the dog here. Man, craziness. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on, but right now, looks like we're staying. So I just got home from a giant day of shopping. Shopped for like a bunch of the wives of like clients and employees and stuff like that, because I think it's really nice to send them something, because you know, we work a lot at Sales Sniper and all of us do it. It's all, you know, obviously voluntary. It's just part of the culture, but you know, that can be tough on the partners and stuff like that because we're all pretty motivated people. So I might have gone a little bit out of hand though. And then I bought a whole bunch of hats. That one's gonna look sick on camera. That one. That one. So yeah, it was a really good day. Super busy. Very, very tired. Pretty much shopping all day, but it was really fun. It was like my first like actual day off in like a year, so that was pretty good. Christmas morning, we're just out to take the dog for a walk because Wolfie arrived. Wolfie! Anyway, he arrived, so we're just taking him out for a walk at Centennial Park, which is fun. And we found the one coffee place that's open on Christmas Day, so God bless these people. God bless them, everyone. Centennial Dog Park. Taking Wolfie down for the first time. Big dog park. This is actually where they filmed Peter Rabbit, the live action, just right over there. But the kids are having a good time. Christmas Day, going over to the in-laws' house, and then from there, opened some presents. I got Jack a replica C63 AMG, one like the little kids electric ones, the same as my car. 2021, so it's actually a Mercedes like licensed thing, so it's like identical. It's amazing. So he gets that, and they've already opened all their Santa gifts, which has been super fun. So Sydney and Christmas, or Christmas in Sydney, I should say. Good times. With a lot of the ways that we do it, as you know, is we essentially charge our own commission. So, which is something that I think all people should look at doing, which is having that sort of, I guess, for lack of a better term, like a joining fee, do you know what I mean? Or like that sort of like setup fee, which it really is, because setting up a client is a nightmare. I mean, it's a lot of administration, it's very heavy lifting, plus the cost of the marketing. So I think like subsidizing some of the commissions with like more of an upfront payment is good. And then giving them cash collection bonuses, I think is the best way to do it, because it's like, they're masters of their own destiny. They can call up clients and collect. They can farm that. They can do paid in fulls. And so that's a really good way. But I think as well, like, you should never be unhappy with how much you pay salespeople as a business owner. Like, especially if you've negotiated the deal. I've had people come to me and go, like, oh, I think we need to lower the commissions. And I was like, oh, because we're doing a good job, you're paying us too much money. I go, okay, so is that how most work works? Like, when you do a really good job, you get a pay cut? Is that what we're talking about? And I go, because if it is, we're not having that conversation. Like, I can just go have a different conversation with somebody else. Like, you know. All right, guys. So it's Tuesday, day 2 back at work. Really enjoying this sort of co-working space while the office gets fit out. It's pretty cool. It's really big. It's massive, and it's got all kinds of internal cafe and all kinds of stuff. So it seems to be a relatively productive space to work. I can set up with a few different areas. It's not very busy at the moment. I think a lot of people are still on holiday. So
yeah, it's been good. I've been able to get a lot of content done. It's pretty quiet. You know, it's a good spot. So it's always hard kind of that first week, kind of trying to rev it back up to get it back into gear. But everyone's doing well. Everyone's making sales. I think like the first week of Jan is always a little bit slow. Then it sort of really picks up and sort of snowballs towards the end of Jan. So I'm hoping that we have a really, really good month. December was super, super strong. But yeah, I've just been really trying to film content because I got sort of a little bit behind in December. I got up to date with my YouTube, so I'm trying to get a little bit ahead of the game, which is always good, and try not to work too much. Still trying to really keep my hours between 8 and 5 because that allows me to spend the most amount of time with the kids, but still get the most amount of work done. Now being in Sydney, the time frames work. When I was in Perth, I had to do a lot of like 9 and 10, 11 PMs because Perth is 3 hours behind Sydney. So when I was waking up, it was pretty much the end of the day in the US, whereas now when I wake up, it's like 1 p.m. in the US. So all of our US clients, I can have my meetings in the morning instead of late in the evening. So it's really panned out to being a lot better. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to getting into the office. So hopefully we can do a little bit of a tour this week and I can sort of show you what it is we're going to do, where we're going to do it. Because we have some really cool plans. What would you guys want like in your dream office, right? So like obviously this place has done a pretty cool job, but some of the stuff that we're putting in, which I think is super cool, is that we're putting in an arcade machine, one of the old school Mortal Kombat ones, and then we're also putting in a pool table. I think pool tables look really cool. They give kind of an air of opulence as well and success, I feel, because they are such an extravagant expense. Not that they're crazy expensive, they're a few grand, but you know, for me it just puts people in the right headspace. Like what I'm trying to do with the office is like create a really functional and cool space that people can work in that like gives them the air of success and confidence that they need. So like we've got a full bar in there. I really want to create a work environment that salespeople can be really, really successful in. And that also looks really cool for when I'm doing content because, you know, as you guys might have noticed, the idea for this year is to really kind of gear up the content and just be able to deliver you guys like a bunch of stuff that nobody else is willing or able to deliver. So like that's like, you know, what it is, I guess, what I want to have in an office. I think everyone's got a slightly different idea. I've never worked in an office ever. Like I've worked in a co-working space a little bit, but I've never had an office job. The first, like I've had like, you know, I worked in an ice cream parlor when I was 16. I worked in an internet cafe when I was like 17. I delivered daiquiri machines when I was like 18. And then, you know, I joined the Army. And then I was in the Army, which I suppose is a proper job, but it was a bit different, especially being in special operations. Like we had different hours. It was all over the shop. So, and then when I got out of the Army, I became a personal trainer, and then I was just running my own rock show. After that, opened gyms, then went into sales, right? So, like I've never really had like a place, not really besides the gym, but even that was like just weird work hours. I've never really like had a spot with an office and, you know, just like a place that I can kind of call my own. So I am like really looking forward to it. It feels like the next step in establishing a really like legitimate business, and it feels like being there will be able to help more people, make more sales, and sort of be able to grow the company more effectively, I think. So I want you guys to comment down below, like what would you want in like an ideal office? Like what do you think you need, and like are you doing that at home? Like you guys have seen my home office set up, which I think was pretty fucking cool. I did that because like I really wanted to be able to have like a place that like I could turn on. I could become the sales guy, and then when I left, I could, you know, it was a totally different environment, and I could, you know, go back to being husband and dad and all that kind of stuff. So let me know what setup you guys got. Throw some pictures in there, and yeah, let us know what you guys would want to have in your office if you could. Oh, I just smashed a glass.
You know, it's crazy though. I look back on it. I remember one of the first gig that I had was actually selling the fitness marketing. So, which was actually the first, and I think I went like 15 for 16 on my first 16 calls. But I don't really count that because they asked me how much commission I wanted per sale. It was $2,500 a month for a minimum of 3 months, and I asked for $300 commission.
right? And they were like, oh, we'll give you 400. I was like, okay. I remember calling you going, these fucking idiots are going to give me $400. Yeah, I just didn't know that, man. Like, I went from selling a $197 product where I'd get like $22.50 a sale, you know, to like $40 a sale. And I thought that was awesome because we're also getting paid bases at that time. We were getting paid like, I think $750, so $3,000 a month base per client, plus the commissions, but then a bunch of the base went to the closers. Anyway, it's the whole thing. All right, guys, so yeah, back at work. I got a new setup. So there's the Roadcaster, there's the new monitor, my computer, and then there's a desktop in the back there, but it's not hooked up yet. Yeah, in a shared office space, so enjoying it so far. The new office is getting kitted out. It's a very, very cool space. We're basically setting it up specifically for podcasting, YouTubing, and sales, which is essentially like what we do. It's a bit of a funny start to the year. Some really cool stuff has happened already. We've got a lot of people coming in, a lot of clients asking, a lot of salespeople wanting positions as a salesperson, and a lot of our guys really, really succeeding. But we set some really, really hard targets for the year. The plan is to grow 10% gross per month every single month for the entire year, which we definitely did a lot more than that in 2020. So hoping that, you know, with those down-regulated goals, but really, really consistently that we can do it on a regular basis. And my main focus is to get every single salesperson that we have who's in a predominantly selling position up to $20,000 a month in commissions. And I want to get all the coaching guys that I have up to at least $40,000 a month in commissions, which I think is definitely doable. Putting a lot more of my time into coaching and also into the closing code this year, which should be interesting. And yeah, really trying to get the YouTube game and the quality of content and the access to me and what we do and what we're all about here up to another level with drones and just all kinds of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed the first real vlog of the year, and I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. Bye.